Hello and welcome everyone once again to the Bard's Tale 4. We're here once again with episode now 72. We've finally made it past and through all 99 waves of Harkin's castle, and we have made it to the end to claim our prize. A good 40,000 experience, which is a good solid level and a little bit for the entire party, as well as the weapon that we came here for, Father's Rage. So, fun sword, Father's Rage. Come and stick around for the video, and we're going to be looking into the weapon, how we're going to be using it, and we'll actually have to do a little bit of a trial run on how it actually works, because I don't fully know quite yet. But we're going to be upgrading it all the way to level 3, so it's an incredible weapon. If you want to upgrade it for yourself, go ahead and walk through it with us. And of course, we're going to be assigning everyone's levels as well for level 26 we're at now for our characters. The other thing is, we've only got 2 quests left on our quest board. However, there's a couple things more that we still have yet to do. And that has to do with a lot of the dwarves. If you remember, quite near the beginning of the quest, when we first said goodbye to our good friend Dalgleish, Dalgleish the dwarf fighter, we sent him back to go warn the dwarves of the impending chaos and to check up on things with the dwarves. We haven't seen him for a while, and so we're going to have to go check up on him as well. So there are 2 locations that I know where the dwarves are. One is actually the entrance is over by Torfion, which is surprising enough. But there's a cave by the ocean underneath Torfion. So there's one entrance there, and then there's also the Haernhold, which is the dwarves' crypt or final resting place. So let's go ahead and we're gonna actually try the Haernhold today. Let's load it up and which one is this? Sharper below autosave. No, that's not the one we want. I had to do a little research on which abilities we wanted, so that was the exit save from the ability testing. Ah, yes. Here we are once again in. Why does that look like it's still? Oh. Ah, I see. We overwrote the exit save. So boy, am I thankful that we saved directly after that fight. So here we are. Here's Father's Rage at the end of Harkin's castle. And this time it actually took the form of a mace. So I've noticed that a bunch of different elven weapons in the game, they have a chance to essentially be a random type of weapon. So for example, Acorn's Flight, I think is always a bow. But if we're looking at other things like, well, Smoldering Eye of the Storm is always a sword. Probably Schemer's Contaminator. And there's a couple others now that I remembered. Or actually, I'm forgetting some of the other ones that.
What? Huh?
Yeah.
What can I do?
Some of them are different types of weapons. So they might they'll always have they'll always either be a one-handed or a two-handed weapon, as far as I know. And they actually seem to also have the same, or require the same training, so Bard fighter training for these kind of things. But they can be Father's Rage in my personal previous playthrough was actually a sword. So it could be it could be a sword, it could be a mace, it could be an axe, or it could be a pickaxe. Wait, can it be a pickaxe? No, I don't think there's such a thing as a pickaxe. So sword, mace, and axe. So what the axe does is it gives bonus intelligence and armor class, as well as strength. The sword will give constitution, spell points, and strength. And the mace will give constitution, armor class, and strength. So this is actually the best for a tanky frontline. So I'm actually glad that we managed to get the mace, because that's going to be going on Una, actually. So let's go ahead. We'll collect that. I also found this over here. A shrine. Here we are. A little more XP. So let's just stay in here as we do our XP levels. So we're kind of at the point where we've got almost everything we should want. So now it's just a what makes a difference. So here I think for Merlin, we definitely don't want intelligence. He doesn't really need the spell points either. Like, he's likely to overcap on spell points, so eventually, maybe, if he doesn't need anything else. But since he is a frontline with light armor, I want to put him in with extra constitution. The more constitution he has as a frontliner, the tankier he'll be, and with having such low, with having light armor, and also being limited on what armor he can wear, because if you remember, he's stuck with this basic leather helm. 2 constitution and 1 strength. That's all he gets from it. Because we're trying to keep his intelligence as low as physically possible, so that we could get him to the intelligence level that he needs to be at in as little as 2 drinks. Or, I suppose, with the Devil's Brew, a single drink. And then even then we've got a little bit of intelligence. But the idea is, with an Elven wine, he can get there. Elven wine and Dwarven stout, he could get there. And essentially, every extra point of intelligence that we have is going to make it harder for him to actually get his drunk ability. So we don't want too much. We're trying to keep intelligence as low as possible.
Here.
We've been over that multiple times, though. As for Melody, she's going with the Bastard Sword with her primary damage being passing slash. Intelligence is actually going to be really solid on her, and so is Constitution. As you can see, we've got everything. We've got all of our sword crits, all of our sword abilities, dual wielding, all of our strength. Pardon me. Victory Shot could be useful, but she doesn't make a good use of spell points and stacks of drunk. So there's really no purpose in it. Like, the only thing she uses her spell slots are for sanctuary scores, which is great, but she doesn't usually need that many spell points for it. And if she needs more spell points, Gwen can supply it with her minstrel spell song.
How may I serve?
So we can choose between Constitution and Intelligence. And for this one, it's a tough choice. But I'm going to probably have to pick Constitution for this one. The reason being is, yes, she is a frontline, so she's going to want the health. Intelligence would be great too, but if there's a mage there, we could probably, or someone who has a head knocker ability, we could probably stun them if we know that they're a threat. So that's my reasoning behind that. Just so the Kale's Rudiment doesn't go down. If it does go down, it's not the worst thing that could happen. But yes, health is going to be great on her. As for Una, we can actually do some interesting things with Una. We could give her more intelligence, which she has a lot already. I think she's at like 23 or 26 intelligence, something like that. And I was looking at this one here. Why did we want to go with this one? Obviously to grab one of these, right? Otherwise we would have just went down the strength tree. What I think I was trying to do here earlier was give her Foe Dropper. However, you'll understand once we start leveling up Father's Rage why we might not want to do that. So, what I'm going to go with is dual wield, and eventually we'll swap this out for something like extra strength for her. Possibly sword crits, but probably not. But essentially, we're now going to be going into things like, for her, intelligence, strength, and juggler. And we're going to be removing this one altogether. So we're going to be grabbing juggler right now. And you'll see why once we start equipping Una's weapons as well. As for Fiona, let's go ahead and... she's actually got 2 skill points, which is really interesting. So she must have been right near the level. So because she got over a whole level, she managed to get 2 full levels. So that's quite nice. She has Head Knocker here, though I don't think she's really ever used it. She's got all of her hands very full. She doesn't need the Constitution, because she's in the back line. So what is she gonna grab? You know what? Potions being twice as effective. We don't really use potions because, of course, we've got a bunch of bards. But if we needed a potion, that could be useful. We could grab Alchemic Enthusiast. That'll make potions twice as effective. And then you can see we could give someone 24 strength, or 4 spell points and 12 bonus intelligence for 2 turns, or 20 whole armor, or restoring 50 constitution with a greater healing potion. So this one is so crafting these potions could be very useful if we've got a specific purpose for them. And really, there's nothing else for her to go with. She could grab more spell points, which she has a lot of them, and she can use them and spend them very quickly. So I'm just going to go with the alchemy. She doesn't really need the constitution because she's in the back line. She's fine right now. So let's go ahead. Let's grab her the extra potion effectiveness, and then probably we'll start going down the more constitution route. Or we'll grab her some extra spell points. As for Gwen, it looks like she actually was grabbing an extra spell point, probably because she didn't have enough. She now has 8 total maximum spell points with Silver Circlet. But we don't need any more than that. So, for Gwen, what are we going to do? Oh, right. She has not yet gotten Officer's Mail. So let's go ahead and give her her final armor upgrade. We've got some armor for her, and so we'll be able to equip that. Talking about armor, it'd be great if we can find a Masterwork Elven armor, because Shakespeare's actually only got some Ironwood stuff. And so he's missing out on a good 11 Constitution.
What now?
From his armor, which that would bring him all the way up to 60 Constitution, which is much better. So that... Wait, the other thing, was he going to go Intelligence? Or was he going to go Constitution himself? He is in the back line. He doesn't really need the Constitution. And he's got the ability for his arrows, to arrow deflect. So what we want is to make sure that whatever happens, his intelligence does not drop, and he can keep up his archer's beat. Because once that goes down, and we have to deal with things like archers and mages, that can be an issue. So we've got everyone all kitted out here. Let's go ahead and just filter some armor here.
What do you want?
Just because I want to give Gwen what she deserves here. I really love the Berserker Battle Dress on her, because of course, being a ficti, it totally fits. But she's going to get some better armor. She's going to head all the way up to 70 Constitution, get a bit of a bonus strength, and instead of the Silver Circlet, she's going to grab a proper helmet. Let's see, 2363 or 2353. Okay, 2663. That's going to be better. She'll actually lose 1 point of strength. The point that she probably gained from her Officer's Mail. Yep. So her strength doesn't change, but she's got a lot more survivability now. 83 instead of the 55, I think, that she had earlier. So big upgrades to her survivability. That's great to see. And now, if she really needs to, she can hop to the front line.
What do you need?
The rest of them.
What do you need?
I think we're going to be swapping up Una's weapons right over
Ready.
here.
Me?
That's exciting. Although I
Yes.
realized I made a mistake. I wanted to give her an arming sword. And that's what I wanted to show you with Father's Rage. So, one second, I'm just going to consume this save here. And then we'll find a hard save on the way to the... past the Adventurers Guild on the way to the... whatchamacallit, teleporting stone. Standing stone. Okay, so... and somehow I missed this crate up here. Nice. Bone. We actually have a ton of that. Yes. The one other thing is I promised you guys would get to see... Where is it? Our weapon? No, I don't want to go back. Or, go to filter. Let's see. Here it is. Father's Rage. 14 Constitution, which is doubled. 1 extra armor class, which is always nice. Oh wait, that's for Merlin. Even better. For her main attack, she's got 14 Constitution, which is plus 10 Constitution from her 4 that she had earlier. She'll lose out on 2 of her spell points, which is fine. And she gains a total of 7 strength, doubling the amount of strength she gets from her weapon. So that's what she's going to get. And it's actually going to go into her main hand, because she can actually take both of them right now. Although, we'll have to see what she wants on her second hand yet. Because I have an idea for it. And you'll get to see that as well. Let's go ahead and look at our brand new puzzle weapon, though. Here is Father's Rage. There we go. Clad in green and brightly so, thy light reveals my every foe. There we go. Of course, image in green. Not hard at all. So, this is now destabilizing Father's Rage. Attacks remove 1 spell point from enemies. Let's go ahead, grab the next perk here. I think we're looking for this one here. Where could this want to go here? Where is this going? Not there. And... yeah, I'm trying to finish off this. Oh, wait a second. Didn't I just try that solution already? Okay, I'm not gonna argue. So there we go. We've got the hilts done. We've got the pommel done, and now Father's Rage is dispelling. So attacks now randomly remove 1 or 2 spell points from enemies. Now we can check the final riddle: guiding light above the waves, saving men from watery graves. That tells us where we need to go next. Which, can you guess it? The Wire Lighthouse. That's my guess. Let's go check the Wire Lighthouse. And wow, I haven't been here in a while. This direction is probably quickest. So, yeah, guiding light above the waves. I am assuming the guiding light... oh, there's a hard save point. Let's use that while we can. Thank you. I love saving because that makes my heart peaceful. The idea of running around with 99 floors of progress just waiting to rear its ugly head again. Let's not. Okay, so I do want to first try... let's try Wire Docks. I am assuming it's over here, by the lighthouse. If it's not, it might be over on instead the Scarbray docks. I don't think it is, but we'll see. We'll see. This one over here. Let's take a look. I do not remember what this one is. Ah, cliffs above, sand below. Waves crash, winds blow. And it doesn't look like there's another one out here. There is one over there, but that's not going to be it. Guiding light above the waves, huh? Well, I said it might not be there, so let's go ahead and check. Let's check the Scarbray docks then. It might be there instead. So, if it's not here, or if it, where else could it be? I don't think it would be in Torfion or in any of the Ficti lands. I'm thinking it's gotta be in the Scarbray docks. Let's check there. And I think the fastest way to get to it actually, I think there's multiple in Scarbray here. So I'm second guessing myself. Perhaps up here. This one leads over to Fiona's house. I don't remember if it's by rope over by the main market. And you have to head down from there. Yes, we need to get up there. There is one by the Old Adventurers Guild, but that one's not going to be it. Surely it's not, right? Actually, I think it's over this
Help
way.
me, please.
I think.
Hot soup! Delicious soup! Best soup you'll
Well,
ever-
yes, right here. That's the one I think we're looking for. This is usually the first place I go, and that barrel seems to... Oh, wow. Nice. Grain and water. I am totally fine with that having gear for us. That's great. Grain and water is perfect for our alcohol creation. Okay, there we go. This one here, is this one it? Guiding light above the waves. Saving men from watery graves. There it is. It is in Scarbray Harbor. So let's go ahead and I guess you'll have to unequip it there, Una. It's okay, you won't be without it for long. Let's go ahead and unlock that item. There we go. Satisfying. It clicks into place. And now it is Father's Rage of the Spell Thief. Okay. Yes, let's have a look at that. Father's Rage of the Spell Thief. The Spell Thief ability. Attacks remove 2 spell points from enemies and restore 1 spell point to you. So my question is, this would be absolutely great for shutting down mages who have lots of spell points. Because we don't actually have any dispelling stuff right now. That's kind of the one thing that we're lacking. We do have like plenty of stuns for that kind of thing. But I'm liking at least having some spell point dispelling. What I'm not sure of is the restoring 1 spell point. Does that have to be against a mage? And does it have to be stealing a spell point for us to restore it? Could we, on any enemy, attack and gain a spell point? That's what I'd like to find out. I hope that you'll be with me here during the adventure of trying to find that out. But here you go, Una. There is your sword. The other thing I would like to do, we have now Father's Rage of the Spell Thief. Wonderful, wonderful weapon. As you can see, she's got lots of health. She's got lots of armor. Yeah, 5 armor. Pretty decent. And what I would like to do is look around. Unfortunately, we have a lot of bastard swords, but we do not have arming swords. I really want to get a master-crafted arming sword because because she currently has Storm of Blades right now. With an arming sword, she would attack 3 times instead of 2, and that would dispel 6 spell points total,
Or
and
scared.
possibly give her
They're
3 spell
whispering to
points as
people as
well.
they pass.
Each one of her
But it's
abilities
only
actually
words.
costs 3 spell points, with the exception of uh
Wait, please.
the what's it called? Sanctuaries. No, Sanctuary Square. Rhyme of Duo Time. That's it. And that one costs 2 spell points. But she is very, very demanding on spell points, which is kind of why I want her to have Father's Rage of the Spell Thief. Because if she can save spell points, that'll save on alcohol, and then we don't have to worry about that very much at all. And yeah, I'd totally be okay with her getting 3 spell points every time she attacks. For one opportunity, that's pretty worthwhile. Especially considering how effective all of our abilities are at using opportunity. Like, we've got a lot of things that require spell points, being all bards and such. And, oh, there's one other place I wanted to go. Where was it? I wanted to head back to the town of Wire to see if we can talk to the blacksmith and get a masterwork arming sword. I don't know if she has one, but I'm hoping she does. I'm hoping so. Where was I? So yeah, the 3 attacks with the Father's Rage of the Spell Thief. Hey, we're not going to be using it often, but when she needs it, I think that's great. And if we face against mages who have a bunch of spell points, and heaven forbid they're immune to stuns,
You did this, aye?
hey, we could at least remove their spell points that way.
You defeated the Wraith and restored the Jarl to his castle. I knew it could not be that fat fool Eadvast. Bravo, friends. You are true heroes.
Why, thank you, Sigrid.
My best work.
Ah, no. She doesn't have one. I was hoping she did. She's got lots of gold, though, so we can sell what we don't want. Pickaxes. Yeah, we're not going to need them. Berserker Battle Dress. We don't need that anymore, either. Yay! Mastercrafted Elven Helm. We'll keep it around. We're not using it, but we'll keep it around. Officer's Helmet. We've got better. I want to keep Silver Circlet around, just as a memento. It's a unique, special item. I like keeping them. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the short bow. Bagpipes. Honestly, we don't need this. We don't need the loot. Neither of them are great because they take so many drunk stacks. Both of them. It's honestly a shame. I'd love to use some of these abilities, but because they take so many drunk stacks, in a normal fight, they're just not worth it. The same with the Shepherd's Pipes. We could use it. You're right. It's just kind of not worth it, though. Adamas Long Axe, we're well past the point where we need to use those kind of weapons. Unless, of course... Oh, that's duplicate. Unless, of course, we are unable to find a arming sword. And then we'll probably need to find a slightly less good arming sword, just for the sake of having one. We don't need 3 bastard swords, though. That's a little overkill. Great swords we don't use because we don't have fighters. We've got another pickaxe here. We can replace that. We've got another mace. We should only need 1 extra. Honestly, all of these weapons, they're nice and all. I'm going to keep this one specifically because it's hard to purchase elsewhere. But, yeah, we don't really need them. Short bow, also we don't need. Once again. And Officer's Mail. We're not going to need that one either. So we've managed to essentially clear out all of her gold. We're not going to need the buckler either. There we go. And sacrificial dagger. We'll keep it around. We're not going to use it, but she doesn't have the money to pay for it.
Stay strong.
So, where can we find a arming sword? Where are the other merchants? The merchants in Torfion don't offer very good wares. Of course, we can find one in Scarabray, but that's just going to be that's not going to be the Mastercrafted. That's going to be the Adamast, or whatever it's called. Although I would love to grab one. Yeah, where else? I'm trying to remember where there are good merchants. There was Fettercairn, which had a decent music merchant, but no other good merchants there. Yeah. I'm thinking the only other place to gain swords is in Scarabray below. Yeah. Yep, we'll have to go check here. We'll check the blacksmith or the swords, not the. Yes, we'll check the swordsmith. And she is over in. She's not quite in the market, but I think the closest one is Fiona's house as well. Probably. This will be fine though. As long as we could grab one arming sword. Hopefully I didn't sell any mastercrafted swords. If I did, I don't even know where I would have sold them to. Let's hope we can find one in the next few adventures. We've found so many bastard swords, but I didn't think of keeping a arming sword here. So there's one. It's not great. It's not mastercrafted by any means. Like, look at that. It's just, it's okay. It's just so bad compared to all the other ones. I mean, it's not terrible. Bastard swords are always better than the arming swords by a little bit of the same quality. 4-3-7 versus 7-4-12. Yeah, you're losing 5 strength, 3 constitution. It is what it is. And we've got so much money right now. We had over almost 36,000. Okay, now we can head back to Scarabray below. Specifically to the, whatchamacallit? Standing Stone again. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. And you know what? Let's go check on the Haernhold. There's another place that I'd love to check out. Do we go to the Haernhold first? Let's go ahead and fight the initial fight of the Haernhold. And yeah, I think that's all we have left to do. Una. I'm gonna give you an arming sword for now. And yeah, and Shocking River's Current is okay too. It's okay. It's got the ability to stun. And yeah, you can get up to, I guess, Shocking River's Current isn't the maximum level. We still haven't managed to kill the elf that we needed to level this up with. And I don't even know when we're going to find another elf, unfortunately. However, we could, instead of Shocking River's Current, we could swap it out with Electrifying Axe of Gale, which is the better version. So you could get up to a 60% chance to stun. And then when they're stunned, 10% chance to stun the entire team. It's okay. It's situational. It's kind of a last-ditch resort of a, I hope this stuns, because if it doesn't, we're screwed. And usually she's able to chug and just use a Song of Compulsory Rewarding. And we have other stuns. Merlin has a chance to stun. We're pretty well finished for stuns. So there's the Haernhold, and then there was also the Dwarves' place over by Torfion. Maybe I'd like to do the Dwarves' place first, but I'm gonna just hop by the Haernhold, and because I know that there's one enemy that we can go ahead and deal with first. It might be a longer fight, so hopefully we can do it in the time that we have. So welcome everyone to the Haernhold. We don't have a whole lot of time left of the episode, but I did want to fight this guy. We've got the Dwarven altar here. Just for those of you who don't know, if you haven't seen the previous videos, me talking about it, Dwarven altar is a way to, you can spend 1,000 gold skiat to gain a mercenary token, and then you can spend a mercenary token just like you would at a at the whatchamacallit. I guess at with the mercenary captain to change out your abilities. No, that's to hire people. Okay, the review board. That's what I meant. So anyways, we got this big guy, and hopefully we can actually defeat him in the time that we have. There are 3 major issues, though. For one, he's got a total of 78 armor. And yes, I'm coming back to this because I did find a way to beat him, but it wasn't exactly the best way. And I want to show you, a couple other things here. So, yeah, first issue, he's got a total of 78 armor, which we do not have near enough damage to even start doing physical damage to him with that. Unless we get a lot of damage dealt onto Melody, which this is not a guy that you want to be able to, or no, this is not a guy you want to allow to hit you often. Just not a great idea at all. The other option is, of course, we could kill him with mental damage. Or no, I guess the other issue, is what I was saying, is he is entirely immune to most forms of true damage. So fire, poison, bleed, he's immune to all of that. He's dauntless. He's an automaton. The third thing is, well, I think, well, he's got a lot of health. He's got over 2,100, 2,200 health. At least on legendary difficulty. And, yeah, so he's a bit of a beast. So the ways, of course, we could kill him, we could use Merlin's triple damage from alcohol, and dealing approximately 91 damage by swapping out to a Shillelagh to make Headknocker only cost a single opportunity. And we could use that a bunch of different times with the Drunk 7 Rhyme of Duo Time. So he could just wail on him, and we've used that tactic before in the early game for dealing with armor opponents. And it would work. It would take a while, though, considering, yeah, you probably have to hit him 23 or so times. Bad math, but you'd have to hit him a good 20 times with Headknocker in order to kill him. And then Falcon's Fury is the only other way that we can damage him.
Now? Here. Yes.
The other thing is, the other way we could actually kill him is by using Armor Rend. I've done a lot of searching.
Yes.
Armor, of course, has always been our biggest weakness.
Yeah.
But also, once we started building up Gwendolyn, fire resistance became our biggest weakness. And this guy's got both. However, one solution is by using Lagoth Zanta's Reliquary. So we're going to be using that today. It's not fully upgraded. And to fully upgrade it, we will need actually to go to the town of Bren, which is actually on the way to the Hungering Blade. So we'll definitely be able to unlock this. However, we're not going to be able to have it unlocked quite yet. So I'm just going to fight with the regular one. Attacks have a 100% chance to apply a stack of Rend, which will be good enough. Let's just use that with Gwendolyn, because the fire isn't useful for her anyways. Oh, and that's actually really big. That's much larger than I thought it was. That's huge. Okay. So anyways, let's go ahead, get into the fight here. Oh. Let's not let him actually start the fight for us. I guess we don't need to swap to a Blazing Star, but I think I will.
Let us show these villains.
So,
Cheers, friends.
I also actually wanted to test Una's Thermal Blades, because I didn't get a chance to do that yet. To see if Father's Rage would actually gain spell points from someone who doesn't have spell points. Okay, so we're going to want to, first things first, we want both Merlin and, what's her name? She's got a name. Fiona. We want both of them to be able to use some Elven wine to gain as many drunk stacks as we can get her. She needs 7 drunk stacks. He needs 6 drunk stacks. That'll happen probably next time though.
Ready.
Right now, I'm just gonna use Waylon's Watch on this guy because he's a bit of a danger, a bit of a menace.
Ready. Here. On your way. Tell me who to kill. What should I do?
And we're
Ready
also
for
going to want
orders.
to use probably some Rhyme of Duo Time.
Yeah.
I guess we only need to use one right now.
Ready.
Okay, no, we
Ready to
need
go.
Rhyme of Duo Time. Actually,
Aye. At your command.
I'm just gonna go ahead,
Here to say.
move Gwen up here, and she's gonna try using her armor rend. So that went from 78 down to 60. So it seems like you got 9 armor rend per attack. We managed to get a crit, which is really nice. So he's down to 42. Eviscerating Gash brings him down to 33. So now we can do damage with that. We've reduced his armor by a total of 45. So that's
Command
pretty
me.
solid. I'm just gonna go ahead and start using some Sanctuary Scores on some people that may need it. I mean, not sure who's at the most who has the most
Ready
risk
for
right now.
orders. At your command.
Do I even bother with the Kills Rudiment? You know what? I will just for a mental damage shield.
I beg your pardon.
We already have him with Waylon's Watch. And we'll weave in a Storm of Blades
Ready
here.
for- Tell me
if
what
we've
to
got
do.
the chance to.
Here to say.
There we go. Kills Rudiment.
Aye.
That adds an extra 18 to her shield.
Command me. Ready for orders.
And it will be useful once we actually reduce his armor enough to actually start doing damage.
On your word.
Okay, so let's see. Lyric of Legends, we're gonna want one of those. Should we channel 2 or channel 1? I'm actually gonna only channel 1 here. Because waiting to channel 2 is probably too long. Unless he steps up. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna go for channel 2. If he steps up, then we can stun him. He is also resilient, by the way, meaning we can't stun him more than once. However, since Sonic Compulsory Cavorting doesn't actually count as a stun, we shouldn't actually have to worry about that.
Ready.
So let's we gotta get ready there. Oh, this only lasts a single turn. You know what? Use it anyways.
I'm cutting down.
Here. Uh-huh. Ready.
And
On your word. Tell
oh, I
me
thought
what
we
to
already
do.
used Rhyme of Duo Time. We didn't use the movement for it yet.
Ready. Yeah.
Uh,
Let's do something.
okay. I'm gonna just use a spell song here.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's use an Archer's Beat as well.
Uh-huh.
Give everyone the mental damage shields because I think he has a roar ability. Okay, I think that's all for now. We do have technically one more
Ready.
opportunity.
On your word.
At your command. Aye.
That's gonna be fine.
Ready for orders.
We should be fine, hopefully. Please don't do too much damage to us, sir. There we go. 38 breaks through her shield. Oh, I see. All of his abilities... Oh. Okay, he's using a lumbering strike. That's only 67 damage? That doesn't seem like a lot, actually.
Command me.
Either way, we're going to be able to move up and stun him. But we'll want to do that at the end, after we get our damage done.
Ready to go.
So, of course, I'm going to go ahead and use these abilities to reduce his armor. Maybe we just...
On your word.
We've got 62 damage. Maybe we don't need to use all of Merlin's stuff.
Here to serve.
It's probably still worth it.
On your word.
Okay,
Let's do something. Ready.
let's go ahead and... Right, we are waiting. I forgot we were waiting.
On your word.
Ready.
Okay. So we can actually just do damage to him now.
Aye.
And... We don't... Like, yeah, we could get Merlin drunk, but I'm just going to wait until we have the extra 3 opportunities
Ready
in this.
for orders.
Sure.
Here.
I'm going to go ahead, use Rhyme of Duo time. We'll definitely want to drink first,
Cheers.
which definitely reminds me, at the end of this video, I need to make more drinks. Let's go ahead with,
Yes.
yes, the Rhyme of Duo time.
On your word. Ready.
And Eviscerating Gash.
Get.
You have Berserker Boots, right? Yes, you do.
Ready. Ready to go.
And I guess we don't need any more stacks anymore. We're
Command me.
all done with that.
Really?
That's actually quite nice.
At your command.
Yeah. Why are you in my way?
Let's just use a Fire Death for the sake of it. Reduce its power.
Ready for orders. Please excuse me.
We'll use a Passing Slash. And we'll use that as many times as we've got cooldowns for it. And the
On
next
your
turn,
what?
we'll go with Merlin, and he'll use all of his abilities. Since we do have the armor in, we don't really need to worry about the mental damage anymore,
Here to serve.
which is actually quite nice.
I beg your pardon.
There we go. And we'll just use a Storm of Blades. A little bit of damage here and
Yeah?
there.
Aye. Command me.
Aye.
Oh,
Whatever.
Aye.
mistakes were made.
Ready. Aye.
Sure.
Dang it.
Here to serve.
Mistakes were made indeed. We don't have,
Ready for
On your
orders.
word.
How do we solve that? We can't stun him anymore. I guess we just have to cancel the Lyric of Legends. That's unfortunate.
I've lost the tune.
That's quite unfortunate. We will go ahead and use the Rhyme of Duo time. We only need it for one thing,
Yes. On your word.
and that's just to move Melody over. We just ran out of
Tell me what to
movement,
do.
and we really needed the song Bolster Cavorting.
Yeah.
What should I do?
Honestly, with that, she can take another drink,
Slange.
as long as no one stops his channel. Alright, let's go with another spell song here.
Aye.
We'll use Lyric of Legends. We can channel 3 now, and I think he should be stunned for the next 2
At your
turns.
command.
I think that's good.
Ready for orders.
Ready.
So, yes, he's still stunned,
Uh-huh. Tell me who to kill.
and
Here to serve.
yeah, we'll just get in position, and
On your
then
mark.
we'll just end turn again. He should be stunned one more time. There we go. So now he's got no armor, and we've got all of our opportunity.
Yeah?
And we use another Rhyme of Duo time here,
On your word. At your command.
and I'm just going to use a Passing Slash to get Merlin in the front.
Fine.
Let's use a Falconid's Fury.
Yeah.
And with this, all we need is 2 more drunk stacks, right? So there we go, Dwarven Stout. And actually, I don't want him to move backwards. So let's just use Head Knocker anyways. We'll keep him in the front row. Oh, the Dwarven Stout moved him back anyways. Oh, he's also stunned next turn. That's actually quite nice. I'll just keep on using Foe Dropper then. We can actually weave in a Falcon's Fury here and there. Because it is dealing 46 true damage. There we go. I think we've almost got him to half health. Another ability that he has is Smoldering Rage. Once he reaches 400 Constitution, he becomes enraged and gets double movement. Or, I mean, he gets double... what does he get double of? He gets double damage, is what he does.
Ready. May I pass? Aye.
And, yeah, I guess he's just stunned, and then we can finish him off next turn.
Ready for
quite nice.
orders.
Ready.
And... how many spell points we got?
Ready to go.
We will have enough for both of these if we use Spell Song here. So I'm just going to channel 1. We'll get another opportunity next turn.
Me?
He's stunned
Ready
again,
for
so
orders.
we don't have to worry about anything else. Let's just end our turn there. So yeah, he at 400 health, he deals double damage, moves for free, and probably with no cooldown as well. Kind of crazy. Let's see.
Ready.
We don't have the extra damage anymore
Ready.
from Merlin. Can we do enough damage to him just with Melody? I mean, it's possible.
Orders.
Not likely recommended.
Ready for orders.
Honestly, I should just be
Yes.
using Rhyme of Duotime and
Aye.
Merlin to finish this off, huh?
Here to serve.
Probably shouldn't have used that, the other couple opportunities for that then.
Huh?
You know, we don't use it often. Maybe we use Devil's Brew.
Down the hatch.
I'm just gonna do it. I never use them, but I'm going for it.
On your word.
Ready.
And we'll use we'll use Falcon's Fury. Hit him with the Foe Dropper again.
Aye.
And then we'll go ahead, Rhyme of Duotime. Hit him with another one.
Really?
I'll use a Falcon's Fury here.
What should I do?
And let's use Rhyme of Duotime just so that we can keep on using these. How much damage do we still have to do? I mean, I don't think we've got quite enough damage to finish him off, do we?
Yeah.
Ready.
I don't think we do.
On your word.
Uh-oh. We could try relying on Melody's crit.
Orders.
Tell me what to do.
That's a dangerous game. But so is letting this guy attack us. You want to see what he does? You know what?
At your command.
I'll show you what he does to us. It's not pretty. Really not pretty.
Let's do Ready for orders.
Let's give everyone shields. And I'll show you what he can do to us.
Getting stronger.
On your word.
Ready.
That feels good.
Aye.
Command me.
Here.
There you go. There's a little bit more damage for
Here
you.
to serve. Please excuse me.
And yeah, I'll show you what he does. Yeah, he's doing double damage, by the way. 105. Yep, there we go. Dead, almost kills. So yeah, That was 100 and some damage. 150 was that for the second attack? Oh, yeah. There you go. So, yeah, that's what happens.
Who, me?
Fiona's still around. We do have a resurrect.
Underward.
But I'm just gonna go over and finish this guy off. So, yeah, he does a lot of damage. That's why I didn't want him to act. But, there you go. You gotta see it. And that's where we'll leave it for today. I didn't want to get pulled into this, but okay.
Is that you? Are you... Wait. You're not Halbrand. Who are you? What are you doing
Turn that up
here?
a bit for you.
Can you even see me?
I hope you guys can hear that well. I hope that's not too loud. I'll check that in post. So this is a ghost here, and this is actually the start of the Haernhold quest. So Lord Halbrand.
Halbrand's the current lord of the Haernhold. He and his troops retreated a while ago, and I've been expecting their return, but so far, nothing. That I am. Keris is my name, Bard to King Gerwin, and the loneliest ghost in the 7 realms. I know, you'd think I'd have plenty of company in a necropolis, but all the rest of the dead here have been properly interred, and their spirits are at rest. I died like an idiot, and haven't rested since the All War. Suppose I never will.
So yeah, she's a little upset at the way she died, which is I think why she's not going to rest. Let's see. Where is here?
This is the necropolis of the Haernhold, the greatest hold in Canestia, realm of the dwarfs. And you stand in the tomb of King Gerwin, who founded and built the place millennia ago. Though I'm afraid our recent visitors made a bit of a mess of it.
I see that. Okay. How did you die?
A wee bit embarrassing, but when King Gerwin died, I was meant to sing at his interment. So I came down a bit early to pay my respects and raise a dram to him in private like. Well, 1 dram became 3, and then 8. And pretty soon I was staggering around the place like a blind goblin. Not wise, as there's traps all over. I fell in one and died, and they never found me. Been here ever since. I never got to sing poor old Gerwin away.
Quite the way to die, huh? Alright. So the
They
recent
were
visitors,
monsters.
I
Their
believe,
leader, a
have got
wraith,
Tarzan.
chased Lord Halbrand and his troops from the necropolis, then stole a great scroll from Gerwin's crypt. But was he content with robbery? Not hardly. Before he left, he raised Gerwin's spirit, and those of his royal advisors too, torturing them with magics, trapping them in ancestor statues, and driving them mad, so that they rage and riot in their tombs. Why he took the scroll? I haven't the faintest, but I fear I know why he woke the king and the others. At rest in their tombs, they guard the Haernhold from invasion. Awakened and disturbed, they cannot protect it. The portals to other realms stand open. An army could march in, and there'd be nothing Lord Halbrand could do to stop
Yeah,
them.
that sounds bad, huh?
I was hoping his lordship was coming back
Wide
to
open
return the
portals?
king and his advisors to their eternal rest, so the hold would be protected once again. But I haven't seen hide nor hair of him. I don't suppose you'd take a crack at it?
Of course, of
Might be some
course.
treasure in it
That's
for
no
you.
problem at all, right? We'll come back, probably.
Well, now the king's advisors were all buried with powerful weapons.
Okay, you
I'm
got me
sure
in the
they
powerful
wouldn't mind
weapons.
if you took a few rewards.
You got me.
Assuming you put
We'll
things to
have
rights
a look at
first,
what's here.
of course.
I actually I've never actually fully finished the Haernhold, so I don't know what kind of weapons we
Thank you,
have.
friends.
Oh,
I feel better already. A ghost isn't much good in a fight, but I'll try to keep you on the right track at least.
Mastercrafted tower. Oh, jeez. That disappearing animation was a little unsettling. So anyways, that's where we'll leave it for today. I don't know if we're going to be doing the Haernhold right away, or if it would be better to do the other the other part of the dwarves. But we'll save that decision for next time. Thank you all for joining us. By the way, oh, everyone's low. I didn't end up getting to test out Father's Rage of the Spell Thief, but I did in a previous version, and it turns out, unfortunately, it does not restore spell points from enemies that do not have, or that don't have spell points. So, now you know, and I promised I'd give you that info. We'll leave that, we'll leave it there for today, and hey, maybe we'll be able to upgrade Lagothstantis Reliquary once we start doing the Hungering Blade quest. So keep an eye out on that. We'll see you all next time, and as always, everyone, farewell.